Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are wondering why I'm wearing the same outfit I had in my previous video, is because I'm filming this on the same day. So today's video is continuing my mini blog series. I talk about it in my last video, which I will have linked below. So basically, I'm giving just blogging tips after posting a video on starting a blog, and some people were interested in me talking about it more. I've come together with a 3-part little tiny series and some posts on my blog that I believe will help you if you're trying to start a blog, or if you have a blog already, maybe you can make these adjustments that I'm suggesting. Yeah, so if I'm a little rushed filming this video, is because my camera is lighting that my battery is almost done. So my first video was covering blogging supplies, which is actually a blog post, but it goes with the first video, which is all about planning your content and my advice in regards to that. This video is about blogging essentials, basically giving you everything I believe is good to have on your blogging page. And I have 10. You can definitely take what you feel will work best for your blog and your style. And then the last video, it will be about just general blogging tips that I believe make a blog successful. Okay, so blog essentials. So number 1, you want your blog to be visually appealing. And what I mean by visual appealing is user-friendly, reader-friendly. You want it to have a simple layout for your viewers to be able to navigate it, quickly and easily with no trouble. You want to have information that they might ask themselves, available at a click or at a glance. You want to give them an easygoing experience so that they like coming back to your space. I would suggest, as far as visual goes, a light background with dark text. This is simply for the viewer's eyes. Reading it makes it easier. When I first started my blog, I remember I had a clean background, but I had like a mauve-y, pinky text color tone, and I got an anonymous message complimenting my blog, complimenting my content, but telling me that they struggled to read my words because it was that color. So I definitely took, that was constructive criticism in my opinion, and I definitely took action and made it dark text. You can add color and stuff, but just make all of that stuff minimal, or make it outside of your primary content. Number 2 is all about the blog or about yourself. So depending on your mission with the blog, I recommend you have an about page and an about section. You want a new reader especially to know all about you and all about your content, what to expect in your blog, all about your blog, your brand. Definitely want to indicate to your reader what to expect. Maybe your posting schedule can go on your blog about page, or how the blog became about, what they can expect to find in your space. And a blog, an about section will be very useful just for like a tiny bio, again, either about you or the page. And maybe you can have a photo or a logo on that tiny space so that at a glance your reader can see, catch just a glimpse of who you are and what you're doing. Number 3 is very important. If you want to take your blog somewhere, if you want that reader relationship, if you want someone to reach out to you, you want to make yourself available. So a contact page is a great way to basically just have anyone who's interested in speaking to you further, have them reach you. So it could be as simple as maybe a photo or logo and your email, or whatever your preference is, writing someone or having someone write you online. A PO box. You can also be specific about which email is for personal writing and which email is for business inquiries. Number 4, categories. Your blog is sort of like a tree, you know, where it branches out into different subjects. For example, if you have a lifestyle blog and you cover DIYs, you know, you cover food, you cover travel, you cover outfit of the day, stuff like that. You want to have categories just so that it's a neater view for the reader. Or if you have a beauty blog, you want to have a section for skin, for lips, for fragrance, for, you know, eyes, face. If you have a wellness blog, you want to have maybe a nutrition category, a fitness category, an inspiration category, and so on. So whatever you blog about, basically under the same thing but in a repetitive manner, you want it to have its place on your page so that the reader isn't overwhelmed and can just, you know, click it and read away. Number 5 is an archive. You want to archive your posts in a neat way. This can be into years to months, and then it has like the however many posts you had that month. That's optional. I think this is great because it gives your reader full access into your blog. I love when I fall in love with a new blog and I can just travel through the archive or navigate the archive. I love that. So guess what? My battery died. I went out, I'm back home, I put some more lipstick on, and I'm finishing this video. So if it looks a little darker in the background, it's because the natural light is no longer coming in. It's 9 p.m. now almost, and yeah, I charged my battery while I was gone, so sorry if it suddenly changed like the color in the video. But so I left off talking about archives. So number 6 would be just content advice. I think I hit this in the other video, but speaking about written blog posts, I believe that it should be anywhere from 200 to 300 word count. And this is because too much text tends to overwhelm people. Of course, if you have, you know, a certain subject or a certain thing they're covering and you exceed that amount, that shouldn't matter, but for the most part you should stay within that range of words. I also had advised before that it was a good idea to use bullet points, lists, numbers as a way of giving people information, as opposed to paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. In other words, condensed information works better in my opinion. And me, when I'm reading something, I love seeing lists just because it's easier sometimes even to remember what I read. And photos, when you use photos in your content, for example, if you're a beauty blogger and you're talking about a lipstick, you want to have photos of that lipstick, either the tube or you wearing it, or maybe swatches. I feel like photos engage with the text more, and in the end just gives the reader more information about whatever it is. If it's a fitness post, I think it's great to have photos to maybe describe, for example, if you're talking about working out a certain body part, if you could have like a photo of that body part with arrows indicating, you know, what's working out what when you're moving whatever it is. I feel like photos help a lot as well. Number 7 would be to link social media. Whatever social media you have, you obviously want to use your blog as the main platform. So for example, you want to use your social media to drive your blog. So if you have Instagram, a Twitter account, a Facebook page, you would want to link all of that and then use it to sprout your posts so that it can have a higher reach. Especially Instagram and Twitter are great for that. If you are one who schedule posts, which I definitely recommend because it just promises your consistency more. For example, if you blog Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and on Sundays you want to have those blog posts set with the specific time to be released, I feel like it's totally okay to promote your blog posts via social network or social media sites. And there's actually platforms that allow you to do that, and I'll link them below. So my last 3 aren't necessarily huge things that you need, but I do think there are small little details that can make a huge difference in your page. So you want to link all of your social media. For example, I have little kind of icons of all of my medias. I have it in my top address bar, and I have it in my sidebar, and I have it underneath every post that I publish. So there's no way you could miss like my Twitter account, you know, my Instagram, and plus that gives your viewers or your readers more access to you. I feel, by connecting those accounts. So number 8 would be a logo. I don't necessarily have a logo, but I do have a favicon, and it's just GA, which stands for Gracefully Alba. You can definitely have a logo, a design, or some sort of figure that can make a loyal viewer or a loyal subscriber kind of make the instant connection with that logo or design. Like when you see the check mark from Nike, you know that's Nike. When you see the little guy from Jordan, you know that's Jordan. So something to represent your brand or yourself, I think it's a good idea. So number 9 would be a signature sign off. So I started doing this not too long ago because I thought it was just kind of like the cherry on top to the post. A good way to say goodbye, I guess, or end a post and keep it consistent. So for example, a signature sign off for me, mine, I'll plug it right here. Yours can be your name, it can be your logo, just something that at the end of every post you kind of put it there. It's a consistent form of the end. And number 10, this is huge for someone who I think wants to take their blog to the next level. You know, once you have a layout that you're satisfied with, content that you're happy with, and other people keep coming back for, I think it's a good idea to invest. And the first form of investment, I would say, besides maybe getting a good camera for your photos because quality counts, would be purchasing your domain. There's different ways to go about it. I know that through where I have my blog, it's I think $12 a year, so that would be $1 a month, which is great just for that touch of a more professional sound. Instead of gracefullyalba.blogspot.com, that makes my blog gracefullyalba.com. And there's a lot that you can choose. You can choose .org, .net, .me, whatever you want to choose. I believe the prices do vary as in terms of that, but you know, having .wordpress.com or .blogspot.com is not necessarily bad. I just think that .com kind of gives it like a more professional